Bulginaka, do you know that cybercrime is becoming a growing problem in Fiji?
Cybercrime is defined as a crime in which a computer is the object of the crime, such as hacking and spamming.
Cybercrime is also cyberbullying and using fake profiles to cause panic and spreading false news.
If you're involved in this or know anyone who's committing these crimes, report them immediately.
I'm Polly.
And I'm Peter.
We host the Traffic Jam Show on City FM.
From 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. every weekday.
Do the right thing.
Janaury, Fiji. In this bulletin, quality childcare services needed. Investigation into fatal fire continues. And Minister clarifies delay in new Ba hospital opening.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Edwin Knight.
The need for quality, affordable and accessible childcare service is in high demand. A recent study conducted by the International Finance Corporation shows that almost 3/4 of parents in the private sector and half in the public sector lose a good amount of working hours due to the lack of quality childcare services. The study highlights that access to childcare services increases parents' ability to concentrate at work.
We quickly realized that there is an issue in that area. So we participated and we found out that there are, these issues are real, and we have employees where the lost days are based on childcare. We have seen that there are loss of productivity because the parents take leave due to no one is looking after the kid.
The elderly couple who perished in a house fire in Tamasua Street off Nailuva Road in Suva on Tuesday night have been described as a humble couple. The double-story house was owned by a 79-year-old man and his 74-year-old wife. According to the National Fire Authority, the fire started around 10 p.m. and firefighters managed to save the bottom flat. However, tenants who were living in the flat are currently taking shelter at a neighbor's house. One of the tenants, Margaret Konata, says the landlords, they were alerted by a boy who turned up at their door asking them to move out of the house.
They were so kind to us. I think they were our best landlord. They're very different from other landlords. They look after us really well. They provided everything for us in the house.
Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wangainambete has clarified the continuous delays in the opening of the new Ba hospital under the public-private partnership. While responding to questions from FBC News, Dr. Wangainambete says there is a process and everything needs to be thoroughly followed. He says this partnership is the first of its kind in Fiji and proper planning is vital before operations begin.
We need to make sure that when we finally go through with the process, we've done it well. Discussions have been going at official level, so the permanent secretaries have been involved with the companies that are at home, and we just want to make sure that we do things and do them very well.
Under the Public-Private Partnership Program, Healthcare Fiji Limited signed an agreement with the government to develop, equip and operate the Mba and Lotoka hospitals. A suspended police officer facing drug charges has been granted bail. 21-year-old Susmita Devi appeared before the Suva Magistrates Court yesterday, charged with unlawful possession of controlled equipment and unlawful use of illicit drugs. It's alleged that on January 2nd in Samambula, she had in her possession controlled equipment, knowing that the apparatus is to be used for the administration of an illicit drug. It's also alleged that on 3rd January at Nasese, without lawful authority, she had in her urine evidence of the use of methamphetamine. A stop departure order has been imposed and she has been told not to change her residential address. The case will be recalled on February 6th. Members of the Fiji Commerce and Employers Federation have familiarized themselves with the ban on the single-use plastic bags. Chief Executive Kameli Mbatiweli says some members that were initially affected are now compliant because they know that non-compliance fines are costly. He says more time was given to prepare for the ban and there should be no excuses for not adhering to the law.
None of our members have come back to say we were not ready. They were preparing all their contingency plans in advance. However, surprisingly, come 1 Jan, there were a lot of people who still said, we're not ready. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You can't blame anyone whoever said they were not ready need to look at whether they heard the warning. What did they do about the warning?
Bread Bank yesterday launched its first ever premium student saver in an effort to promote financial literacy from an early age. Chief Executive Thierry Shirazilo says the new savings account is specifically designed for students between the ages of 13 to 24. He says the premium student saver account is an opportunity for students to start their financial journey from an early age and develop their financial goals.
And has attractive features such as no monthly fees to maintain the account, no fees or penalties for withdrawal, a high interest rate of 1.75% per annum, and a free access to Bread Fiji Connect, which is our internet banking. The account can be opened easily at any of our branches.
Yangona farmers are now working with the Fiji Crop and Livestock Council to become more organized and have direct access to markets. Some farmers are now looking to sell directly to consumers instead of to middlemen. Members of the Fiji Yangona Farmers Association, most of whom are from Tailevu and Raki, say some of the biggest concerns include proper roads and access to markets. 56-year-old Alevueo Mbasanga says he rakes in more money selling directly to consumers than he does to a middleman.
Here in Korovo, middlemen are buying us out of $30 a kilo of grog and selling it for $70 a kilo. What I want is to have a standard price because we endure heat from the sun and rain to cultivate Yangona, and farmers only want to get their work's worth.
Coming up, no promises, says Gareth Beba. And 72-year-old expected as new national football coach.
Oyera na ngwane no de nunu enda be singa ni mataka.
Merci sunga da kana loma dina kilo mikron.
Sakena ngau na mitaro bina no rabak sangai ka wala loma taki na ngwane. Dalabina oya o meliki.
Bulre oya o Samuel Samuli.
Nama kiki rau enda be mataka.
Boniti kilo makarombuka.
Ni wai tiri kalima na miniti me ono kina tiri na kaloko. Ena radio Fiji One na ndomo ibiti.
Indaw kina na mataka dan ramai na singabo.
The Fiji Airways men's sevens side has been reminded of how important the Hamilton Sevens this weekend is. Head coach Gareth Beba says the stakes are higher in Hamilton as there will be no quarterfinals. New Zealand, on the other hand, wants to get back to winning ways at home. Aquila Dama with more.
The Fijian community in Hamilton is going all out again this year to support the national side, but the players know they have to deliver.
It's the same for everybody else. So irrespective of that, we've got to go through a pool and win 3 games, and we've got to win 2 games on semi-final and final to win a tournament. And that's what we've done previously here, albeit 6 games. So very much that becomes our focus.
Fiji is gunning for a three-peat in Hamilton, and Baver says the players understand what's at stake.
There's no promises we can ever make. The only promise we can make is that we'll work to the best of our ability.
Hamilton Sevens will kick off on Saturday, and you can catch all the action live on FBC TV and FBC Sports channels. Aquila Dama, FBC Sports.
Former World Rugby Sevens Player of the Year, Cecil Africa, says he expects to be a better version of himself at the Hamilton Sevens. The Fiji Association of Sports and National Olympic Committee made a submission yesterday to the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence on the Convention on the Manipulation of Sports Competitions. FASANOC President Makarita Lenoa and Chief Executive Lorraine Ma fronted the committee with their submission. Lenoa says should Fiji ratify the convention, then stakeholders on the national level will need to ensure there are proper laws to prevent any manipulation.
It's not something just for sport, because sport does not operate in isolation. Sport operates in society. So if it is a threat to sport, then therefore it is a threat to society.
Former Papua New Guinea football coach Fleming Seritslev, who is highly likely to be the new national side's football coach, will arrive in Fiji this weekend. Seritslev will be making his on-the-field observation before officially signing up as the new national coach. The Fiji Football Association says it will await his confirmation before the official signing takes place.
He's the one that is the preferred one, but he's coming back in the weekend. He's going to come and have a look at the country, look at our football, and then if he is happy and he says yes, then we'll make an official announcement that he has accepted the job. At the moment, he's just coming to explore.
Kamal Swami is the new coach for the Nandi football team. Outgoing Nandi Football Association President Javed Ahmed says they are happy to have Swami back in the Nandi side. Faria Begum with more.
Outgoing Nandi President Javed Ahmed says Kamal Swami knows what is expected of him.
He knows the place, he knows the capability of the team. We have managed to keep our players, and he knows that he can win things with this team. So as of today, he is the head coach for Nandi football for the 2020 season.
Meanwhile, FA CEO Mohammed Yusuf says Nandi is suited to Swami.
He lives in Nandi. He was coaching Nandi and left, went to Latoka, then Suva he was coaching by remote control. But I think he lives in Nandi. It's good for him to develop new players there. And he's a proven coach, has done very well.
Nandi plays Navua in the first round of the Vodafone Premier League next Sunday. Faria Begum, FBC Sports.
Expect fine weather this morning with cloudy conditions and afternoon showers possible over some places. And that's your FBC Morning News. Remember to join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. For these stories and others, you can also tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. That's it from me for now. Have a good morning.
हमारे खूबसूरत देश फिजी में चाइल्ड अब्यूज की घटनाएं आए दिन बढ़ रही है।
क्यों बच्चों का मासूम बचपन अब्यूज का शिकार हो जाता है?
अपने बच्चों की सुरक्षा का खास ख्याल रखें।
उनसे बातचीत करें, उनके दोस्तों के बारे में जानें।
आज के बच्चे देश का भविष्य है। मैं दीप्ति
और मैं मोनिश,
आपके हमसफर। शामिल हो जाए हमारे साथ मंडे टू फ्राइडे
5:45 AM से 10 AM तक
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन पर।